Hey, what's up, RTX? Yeah, yes I do. Working on some black obsidian. Did you see the one I posted? The last one I posted? Awesome. I need to post some longer videos other than just shorts. Here's a similar size blade I did earlier. It's mahogany obsidian. Should. Hello to you too, Nicole. Hope y'all are doing well this evening. I'm just chipping away, making some new knives for you guys to buy, because I sold the last batch I had. Yeah, copper does work better than antler. Thank you. Made it. What is it that made of? This is obsidian. It's volcanic glass. This is just your run-of-the-mill black obsidian. Yeah, the blue knife is still available. It's going to be very sharp. Here's a similar sized blade I made earlier today. This is mahogany obsidian. and it's really sharp. Yeah, I still haven't sold the blue one. I have a website. It's arrowsniperarchery.com. Thank you. Something about just plain old black obsidian. It's beautiful. Oh, don't worry about it. Just enjoy the show. I wonder if we can use them for daily kitchen work. I wouldn't, personally. Be better suited for like hunting, field dressing, things of that nature. I'm not sure I would use it for an everyday kitchen knife. Not that it won't do the job, but it is a primitive style blade. And they do cut. Well, thank you. Right, like I use this stuff to hunt with. Um, I've skinned deer with them before, but I wouldn't personally use one in my kitchen every day. These are more for these are more of an art to me. However, this blade size right here and shape would be very practical for a hunting knife, a skinning knife, and I'll show you how they cut. Let me get some cutting materials. Here's a piece of leather. I'll go ahead and do a little cut for you. So it has no issue cutting animal hide for sure. Yeah, these obsidian blades ain't no joke. I'm not putting any pressure on that either. It's just letting the blade do its job. And look, there's little obsidian teeth. They're sharp. Yeah, like I said, I've skinned a deer with them, and no problem at all. No problem at all skinning a deer. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's always nice to get a compliment versus something hateful. The positive always outweighs the negative. So let's work on this blade. This is just black obsidian. By the way, if any of you are interested in purchasing my artwork, my website is arrowsniperarchery.com. Usually a few hours for a blade this size, but I take my time on them. You could get one done much faster, but not very detailed or sharp. So I like to take my time. Yeah, they truly are sharp. Don't let the prettiness fool you. Right. Yep. You're better off to just take your time with flintknapping. Hey, well, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you guys. So far, you think it looks pretty good? All right, RTX, have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. I'm sure we will meet again. You want to learn how to do this? Well, the best thing to do is start doing it. Get you some stone or glass and start doing it. I hafted the handle with a 2-part epoxy and a pine pitch glue. That is a pine pitch glue. This is a 16.25-inch green fiber optic dagger that I finished yesterday. You might have even watched me work on this blade. And I made this handle yesterday. Actually, I made a really pretty stand for that one. Made it out of the same kind of wood as the handle. Show you how it sits in there, just like that. But that one is for sale, guys. If anyone's interested in it, it is for sale. What's the integrity of the blade? It's made out of glass. It is a piece of artwork. So if you're expecting to use it as a like you would a steel machete, it's not going to happen. It is a primitive style blade. This is obsidian, yes. Well, thank you. Sold them at a flea market. I get plenty of customers online. You sell them or just make them for fun? I sell them. My website is arrowsniperarchery.com. Well, thank you. Yeah. Here is the blue one. Make my handles too. This handle is Osage orange wood. It's the same wood I make my self bows out of. I don't even know if ruby is knappable. I'm not sure if you can knap it or not. If it's knappable, then I could. When did you start streaming over here? About a week ago. Right. Right. A lot of people do. Oh, you can't use it for shit? How much you want to bet? Get your PayPal ready. I bet you $100 it cuts. Here's an obsidian blade that I made earlier. I bet you $100 it cuts through this leather like butter. So, where's my $100? Not sure what you think. Native Americans, do you think that they use dull knives and dull arrowheads to survive with? Oh, yeah, it looks like I read your comment too fast. My bad. My bad. Oh, yeah, I do get a lot of dumbass, especially on TikTok. I read your comment wrong. But regardless, you got to see it cut something. At least. From Buffalo, New York. I've actually sold a lot of my stuff to people in New York for whatever reason. Seems like I'm always shipping one of these to New York. I do make arrowheads. Yes, I do. It's not a single use. I hope nobody's using one for a single use. It's funny, you make fun of my sick mother. Wow, congratulations on that. You have those Rambo grenade arrows. I wish I did. Oh, I'm not taking it personal. I'll just hand out his mom's phone number so people can get multiple uses out of her. Because you know I got her digits. Your mom be getting multiple uses, not just one. Hey, were you born a jerk or did you grow into it over the years? Tasteless comment on your behalf. Huh. Well, sorry. Are you talking to me? That I wasn't raised right? I'm not the one. I'm sitting here chilling. I'm not the one talking shit to a random guy just enjoying his hobby. So I'm not sure who you're talking to. Because I grew up in a time when nobody had a cell phone, and if you wanted to troll somebody, you had to do it to their face, and most of the time, those consequences was getting punched in the mouth. So I respect my elders. I respect my parents, and I think they did a good job raising me. Also, he can make a comment about my mom, but I can't comment back about his mom. Is that how that works? I know, man. They get jealous because they can't do shit. They ain't got no talents. You like the blue one? Well, they're for sale. They are for sale. I made this one yesterday. It's a 9¼ inch blade with E-notches. 16.25 inches total with the handle. And that is Osage orange. And it comes with an Osage orange display stand. So it sits on here like this. This one's 300, but that's a big one. I've got this one at 125. Yes, I do. I sell them at arrowsniperarchery.com. I wouldn't use it for cutting food, no. Took me 3 days to make the big one. And typically these smaller ones take about 2 days. So this one is green fiber optic glass. This is black obsidian. This is cobalt blue glass. I've not had a trouble shipping them. I've shipped about 1,500 of them, and I've not had an issue. Yeah, they are more of a art piece, but they are still functional, if that makes sense. So essentially, what you're looking at is a primitive cutting edge. This was knapped the same way as a primitive tool, but it has my style. So they are sharp, and they will fucking cut you to the bone if you're not careful with them. $325 for the big one. It's a 16-inch dagger. Fully made by hand. I also put my logo on them. So if you decide to collect more than one of them, or you just want to know who made it, I put my initials in it. Arrow Sniper. Yeah, I've not had trouble shipping them because I pack them very well. Like, maybe overly well, if that's such a thing. Go to arrowsniperarchery.com. I'll write it down for you guys. Or how do you... I don't go live on here a lot, and I don't know how to put my link, like, up in the chat. But I'm about to figure this shit out. How do I just want to... I feel like a big dummy that I can't figure this out, but all I want to do is try to put my website in the chat. Okay, I'll just write it down. Good thinking. Good thinking. There's my website. arrowsniperarchery.com. This is where you can buy them at. arrowsniperarchery.com. So for hafting, that's what this is called, attaching a blade to the handle is called hafting. So I leave about 2 inches of gluing surface area. The blade actually goes back to here. So I use a 2-part epoxy, and then I use pine pitch. And it holds very well. There's my website, guys, right there. I'm from the UK. I'm from UK, no time. Go. $3.25 for the big one. 9 1/4 inch blade, 16 1/4 inches total. And it comes with an Osage display stand that matches the handle. I really like that green one too. It's always sad to see them go. Yeah, that's what I like to call it. Jade. It looks jade. You like eating Subway? Sometimes. Sometimes I do. I like flatbread with steak, spinach, tomato, lettuce, mayo, black olives, green bell peppers, banana peppers. They usually get pissed at me because they can't fit everything in the flatbread. Got to be one of the cool channels I've ever seen. Well, thank you. That's a very big compliment. You can write the link here, then click on the message you sent and pin it. Yeah, but how do I initially write something is what I'm trying to figure out. I know that sounds stupid, but I don't see... I don't see where I can type something in at. And you don't have to be sorry. That's what I can't figure out, is where in the fuck do I type in a comment? View your video on YouTube and leave. No, I use ventilation. I've got a big fan running right beside my head. If you can probably hear it. Try clicking on this. Why don't you just type it and then I'll pin your message? Just type this website right here and then I can pin your message. Because I don't see how I can type anything in the chat on here. I know how to do it on TikTok. Oh, that's probably why it's not showing up then. Yeah, one of you guys type the website in. You did? I don't see it. I don't know. It's weird. I wish I could just like paste it up on the screen somehow. But it's right there, guys. Maybe I could set it. There, you can see my daggers a little better. How's that? I just typed in the YouTube since... Yeah, probably. That's alright. We got it right here. Well, thank you. That's a big one. 16 inches total. Almost a 10-inch blade. Hard to believe my longest blade that I ever knapped was 22 inches. It's freaking crazy. Yeah, these are called E-notches. The Native Americans actually used this notch style. These notches are one of the hardest things that I do in flint knapping. Yeah, you can Google it. Just Google search arrow sniper archery and my website will pop up. So originally the notches would have been for hafting. I'll show you what I mean. Let me get one of my arrows. The notches are for hafting. So you can see that I've glued my arrowhead in with pine pitch, and then the notches are for wrapping. And the reason you do that, or the reason a Native American would have done that, is for reassurance that they would not lose their arrowhead. So the wrap doesn't really aid in holding it like the glue. The sinew is in case the glue breaks loose, say like if you shot a deer, and that sinew would keep you from losing your arrowhead. And then with a knife, with a primitive knife, you would wrap the blade to the handle with sinew as well. I used to do that, but to me, and the fact that I make these more of like artwork, the sinew's kind of ugly. So I stopped using it on my art pieces. But this is one of my hunting arrows that I hunt with. And that's an arrowhead that I knapped. That's a mean arrowhead. Sharp as I could possibly get it. You can see those little serrated teeth are razor sharp. So the reason I put notching in these blades is purely just a showmanship of my knapping ability and for looks. For sharpening, I'll either use a horseshoe nail or a piece of deer antler. So like this right here, I do all my fine detail work with a horseshoe nail. Oh yeah. I make bows too, but I made my own self bow, my own quiver, my own arrows, arrowheads, my whole setup. I'll show you. This is my bow. So I'll show you its features. I didn't mean to sound like, what's his name? The slingshot guy. Anyway, I made the quiver out of osage, the same wood that I made the bow out of. And then my quiver hood is a deer rawhide from the last deer I shot. My grip is from the rawhide from the last deer I shot. That's real beaver tail. And then I've got bull snake skin on the back. And water buffalo horn tip overlays. And then this is my hunting arrows. River cane, arrow shafts, my own napped arrowheads. And then I hand tie these wild turkey fletchings and then cut them myself and wrap them with sinew. But it is a fast, very accurate bow. I've shot it about 1,500 times now, probably, and I love it. It's amazing. It's just a single piece of wood. There's nothing added to it like a modern recurve. It's a single piece of wood, no fiberglass or anything like that. And Osage orange is a great bow wood. But that's my hunting bow. Oh, I forgot to show you these. My string silencers are bobcat fur. So I've got bobcat, snakeskin, deer rawhide, and then beaver tail, and then the turkey fletchings. So I got a lot of different animals that make up this bow. And then water buffalo horn. And it's taken me several years to be able to make this stuff. Right, a little bit of everything. Last year I made a arrow quiver out of a deer hide that I tanned. Did you start out making arrowheads? Yes, I did. I did. I've made a bunch of arrowheads. Although, here for the past few years, I've mainly made these knife blades. Because that's what people want. This is obsidian. Oh, well, thank you. I like to learn. I'm always like learning something new, making something new. Just kind of how my brain works. I've always got to be doing something or learning something. I suppose you could say obsessed. If you've seen my workshop, you'd probably think I was a mad scientist. Right now I'm making an obsidian knife blade. By the way, if any of you all are interested in these, you can find them on my website, arrowsniperarchery.com. Well, whenever you're ready, I can make you one. I do commissions as well. Like, here is a blade that I finished this morning. And I'll be putting a handle on it, and it'll be for sale tomorrow. Actually, I could show you. The handle's pretty cool. So here's the handle I ended up making for this blade. It's got a natural knot hole in it. I didn't make that hole. That's just a natural occurring knot. And this blade will go into that handle. And I make these handles freehand, like off the top of my head. I don't have no blueprints or anything like that. I totally make these freehand. I make the blade, and I cut out a rough shape and a piece of wood, and then I just let my mind do its thing. But I kind of thought that that knot hole was cool. I'm gonna put a lanyard, probably like braided rawhide, and put a lanyard on it. Yeah, a lot of people want to watch me make the handles, and I, not trying to say this and to not be rude, because I'm sure somebody could figure out how to make them, but the handles is what kind of sets my artwork apart. And it took me a while to start making them this way, and I just have a hard time letting that go to the public, if that makes sense. But I've got a certain set of things that I do in order to make my handles, and that kind of makes it my own style. Right. And in the flintknapping world, if you go and you start looking around at different flint knappers and the things they make, it's hard to come up with your own style in flint knapping. Like I've seen people make handles like mine, and they tagged me in the post and was like inspired by Arrow Sniper. Perfectly fine with that. I just don't want to give out the full formula of how I do it. But like I said, these are off the top of my head. I envision them, and I just go with it, and I make them. Oh, we were just talking and napping. Right. I feel like if I showed everybody how to make my handles, and then everybody would be making them, and it would no longer be my thing. Honestly, I did not realize that they would do so well when I started to make them that way. But they really have. Yeah, they all come with a leather sheath. They'll all come with a leather sheath and some form of display stand. Like this one here, I made a really nice display stand for this one. This is the same type of wood that I used to make the handle. And this is legit off of an osage tree that I cut down. But I think that looks really nice. I'm surprised, really surprised no one has grabbed that one up yet. I know they will. Nah, I would not. I wouldn't be interested in selling just my handles. I am so hungry too. Honestly, it's my dinner time. I don't know what my fiance is cooking, but it smells good. She's a hell of a cook. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go eat too, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. If you want to go check out my website whenever I get off here, right there it is. It's 5:31 here, Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time, where I'm at. Yeah, no problem. I enjoyed it. So check out my website. Keep an eye out. Always posting new stuff, guys. And I will. I'll go live again soon on here. Thank you. Go check them out at arrowsniperarchery.com. Oh yeah, man, she's a hell of a good cook. Have a good one, guys.